Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rose Room. Hey, y'all. So, today is going to be a very exciting video. I'll be sharing with you guys about bridal shower, getting ready for wedding, wedding day, and after wedding, and some tips on how to save money for your wedding because we paid for our wedding for under $5,000, and we had a beautiful wedding. We had a wonderful time, and I will never forget that day for the rest of my life. Okay. So just sit down, get some popcorn, get some chips, um, get Takis, get hot Cheetos, whatever you need to come sit down and go along with me for this story about me getting married a month ago. Like literally it was a month on the 22nd. So yeah, me and Joe did not like do anything special for that. We were kind of just working, trying to get our lives together. So yeah, we didn't do anything for that. But yeah. So I wanted to do a little introduction because we do have some new subscribers. Hello to my new roses. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and your love and for even following me, trusting me to give you any type of information, giving you great content, allowing me to share my opinions and express myself and share my creativity with you guys. I really appreciate it. And you guys will always be my day ones as this continue as this channel continues to grow. So I'm very thankful and blessed to have you guys along with this journey with me. So let's get started. We're going to do an introduction because some of you guys do not know me. So, hello. My name is Jayla Rose Daniels. As of a month ago, my pre-married name was, what is it called? Pre-married, I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, my pre-married name was Johnson, so Jayla Rose Johnson. That was my name. Alright, so a little bit about what this channel will consist of. This channel right here, this channel will consist of vlogs, food reviews for either me cooking and asking my daughter and my husband what they like, if they like it, or restaurant reviews, depending on if the restaurant has loud music or not, because we don't do the whole copyright thing. I don't want to deal with that. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a lot of try-on hauls. You will see a lot of hair videos, and you will see a lot of mommy-daughter content because I spend a lot of time with my daughter, and she actually likes being on camera sometimes. Sometimes she doesn't, but we're working on her. But right now she's actually asleep in her room, so I gotta hurry up and do this video within the next hour so that she doesn't wake up. And yeah, so yeah. But yeah, this is what the channel will consist of: is vlogs, food videos, try-on hauls, hair videos, and just like and sit-down talks. We're definitely gonna do some sit-down talks where I talk to you guys about like sensitive topics, things that I've been through, story times about things that I've experienced and gone through, and how they've changed me, they changed my perspective about life, stuff like that. So I'm very excited for you guys to hear some of the things that I've learned in my 24 years of life, because I'm actually really like 80 years old. Not gonna lie to y'all, I'm really like 80 years old in my soul. My soul is like 80 years old. So I'm pretty wise for my age. Most people tell me that I am pretty wise for my age. So yeah, y'all are gonna be able to see that by the things that I share with you guys and just the way I think about things now that I am older, and because of the experiences that I have had thus far in life. Alright, but let's get into I'm always stuttering. I don't know why. Let's get into some fun facts about Jayla. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Ready? So, I sing. La la la. I sing, not like that. But I sing at work all the time. My coworkers are so used to it. I got my other coworker, she left, but I got my other coworkers singing songs and stuff and making up songs. We always just sing together because I started that. Um, I actually used to be scared to sing because I thought I sounded bad, but apparently I have a pretty decent voice, according to my coworkers. So yeah, I sing. I can sing. I might do some singing videos if y'all want that. Let me know in the comments if y'all would like that, cause I can do like some covers or something for y'all. All right, second thing. I actually fun fact. A second fun fact, not thing. Second fun fact, I actually went to college for fashion merchandising. So that's why I'm saying I don't do a lot of trial hauls. I feel like I express myself through my clothes. So, um, I definitely can be out there sometimes, modestly, because I am a wife and a mom, modestly be out there, and people will just like, I catch people's attention sometimes with the way that I dress, um, just who I am as a person, because I feel like I have very positive energy, so I catch people's attention anyway. So yeah, I definitely did go to fashion merchandise school. I did not finish because I did drop out because I did have my daughter, and my college was in a totally different state. That's a whole different story. But yeah, it didn't stop nothing because I'm still very much on my way to success. So it's not stop. That didn't stop anything. If I really want to pursue fashion, I will via Instagram or YouTube, whatever I have to do, because I absolutely love shopping. I love styling, putting things together, putting outfits together, and I love just expressing myself through my clothes. So y'all are definitely gonna see that. Um, the third fun fact is that I am the middle child of five children. My mom actually had just me and my brother, and that was it. Um, but she adopted my three cousins. Um, yeah, I love them. They've been with me ever since I was 6. So we pretty much grew up together. Um, we fought a lot. We cried together a lot. We got beat together. Um, so yeah, I'm the middle child. So I was kind of, since I'm like my mom's oldest child and girl. I'm the only girl. She had a girl and a boy. So me and my brother. And then I was the middle child out of all of us, but because I was her child, I was a little bit spoiled. I'm not gonna say a little bit. I'm a lot spoiled. I'm still spoiled. My mom still spoils me to this day. Um, yeah, but we're not gonna talk about that. I was a 24-year-old being spoiled by her mother still, and she don't even live in the same house with her. That's something totally different. But yeah, so I was kind of spoiled, but then not spoiled at the same time. I kind of like kept to myself because there was so many of us in the house. I stayed in my room most of the time. But yeah, those are just some fun facts about me. Now we're friends. Hi, friend. Hi, friend. We are friends now. Okay. Don't forget it. We are friends now. We are friends. So yeah. But let's now since y'all know a little bit about me now, let's now get into the pizzazz of the video, okay? Let's get into the pizzazz. So we're gonna talk about before wedding night first. So let's start it off. My, um, a lot of stuff happened that week before my wedding. I actually had a whole mental breakdown because I thought that my fiance was gonna leave me. I thought that like he was gonna notice that I was just like this. I don't know what I thought. I'm not a bad person. He actually loves me. I treat that man like he is the most precious thing on this earth. I respect him. I lift him up all the time. I talk to him with respect. I have the utmost respect for my man. Nobody can tell me that I don't because I really do love that man and cherish him till the day he dies. That man is amazing. He's not perfect, but he's amazing for me and to my child. He is the absolute best dad, best husband, everything. And yes, he has stuff that he needs to work on, but we look past that and we see the what is good about him. And I feel like that's why our relationship has blossomed into a marriage thus far because we're not focusing on what's wrong with each other. We're focusing on the good parts. And then yes, we do talk about the things that we need to work on. But at the end of the day, We focus on the positive about each other and how we serve each other and how we love each other and how we help each other grow and push each other to strive to do the absolute best for our family and for ourselves. That's what we do. That's what we do. So actually, I want to share this little story with y'all. A little pre-wedding. This happened a few days before I got married. I work at a grocery store, and this lady, I was taking her order because I work in the deli of a grocery store. So I was taking a party tray order, and I told her that my wedding. I said I'm getting married the day before you come and get your party, the day after you come and get your party tray. She's like, oh, that's amazing. She's like, congratulations. I was like, thank you so much. And this lady literally went and got me a card and put $50 on a gift card for me. It doesn't even know me, just met me. Was it that excited for me that she went out and gave me $50? Like, I was so blessed by that. I said thank you, and then I walked over to the side of the counter in the deli station, in the deli counter, and I just started crying because I was not expecting that. I was expecting her, go on with her day and everything be fine. No, this lady really went out of her way to get me a whole card. I was so blessed. I wish I could find that lady, but she goes to one of the churches around here. But I was so blessed by that, so blessed, and I was so thankful for her because she did not have to do that, and she took the time out of her day to bless me in such a amazing way, and I really just appreciate it. It was great. But all right, back to pre-event. So my cousins got here Friday. My mom and my brother and my friend got here the Saturday before the wedding. The wedding was January 22nd, 2023. It was a Sunday. So the day before, so Saturday, me and my fiance went to brunch at this nice little restaurant in Houston. I forget what it was called, but it was really nice. We got, they got my cousins got their, they got their little drinks because they drink alcohol. Me and Joe really don't drink like that. I don't drink at all, but Joe drinks occasionally with his brothers. So I got there, they got there, we sat down, we talked a little bit, chit-chatted, chatted up a little bit, and then Joe left to go get his haircut, and then I went with my cousins to the Galleria. I love the Galleria. They had never been in a mall like this before because the malls in Maryland are nothing compared to the malls in Houston. To be honest, they're nothing. Look, the Galleria doesn't compare to the malls in Maryland. It doesn't. So yeah, they went there. They were really excited. They saw some stores that they hadn't seen in the malls in Maryland, so they were really excited and wanted to go see stuff. My cousin bought a few things, blah blah blah, right? So we go back. So oh, I forgot to tell y'all. So at brunch, my cousins got me a bag, and it had a dress in there for later that night when we went to what I'm about to tell y'all, and it had a bride crown, a bride veil, and then a bride sash. So I was very excited because I was not, and they got me jewelry. They got me jewelry to wear with my wedding dress. Cause I just got earrings, but they had got me earrings, earring and necklace and bracelet set, and it was very very cute. And I did not expect that. I was not expecting them to get me really anything except for a wedding gift, and they went over and beyond. Like literally the whole weekend that I was there, aside from when I was at my honeymoon, because they left. I think they left Monday or Sunday night or Monday morning or something like that. So the time that I did spend with them, they spoiled the heck out of me. They spoiled me rotten. I was like, wow, like y'all really love me. And I was just like really grateful and thankful for them because they did not have to do that. Like, and they just love me enough to do that. So I'm trying to be able to do that for them when they get married because I want to show that same exact energy because I love my cousins. They're like my sisters. I love them so so much. And I don't know where I would be sometimes without them because they saved me from a lot of mental things without them even knowing. Um, and help me stay grounded um, in a couple of situations. And they're just amazing. I love them. And they've grown into, they're 2 years older than me, but they've grown into some amazing women, and they do amazing things. And they're just very interesting people, and I'm grateful for them. But back to the wedding stuff. So went to brunch, went to the Galleria, went back to the hotel room to get dressed. Then we went out. Oh, I did buy something. I bought shoes and lingerie. I got lingerie for the wedding night. Ooh, girl, I was looking good. I was looking good, y'all. Y'all cannot tell me I was not looking good. But yeah. So I brought that stuff. We went back to the hotel room, all that jazz, and then we went out to a lounge. I forget the name of the lounge, but it was like very like open concept. They had like little couches and stuff and little chairs where you kind of just open seating. You just sit wherever you want to. And literally, I had on my bride hat, my bride everything. Everybody's like, congratulations. I'm like, oh, thank you, blah, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you. And this one guy, he decided that he was going to tell me, don't get married. He's like, congratulations, but don't get married. And his wife was with him. And I was like, why would he say that? Like, you're married. You can't say don't do that. You did it. Like, his marriage must not be that great. Or maybe he was playing. But I don't know. I just thought it was funny. So I went there with my cousins first, then my mom, my brother, and my friend April ended up coming a couple minutes later, or like an hour or so later, because they had some troubles getting a rental car. We're not even gonna talk about that. That was just frustrating. But they ended up getting the rental car, so they ended up coming, and we literally talked, laughed, ate food, and we did a bridal game. That was also really fun. Just questions about me, like my first job, my first pet, what's my favorite activity to do. Now, if you're my real friend, if you think you know me, if you think you know me, tell me what my favorite activity to do is. And if you don't know this, we can be friends. Y'all, if y'all can guess, we are best friends. We have automatically become best friends. If y'all can guess what my favorite activity to do is. So that game was really fun. And then we left there, um, and I went to my mom's hotel room for the night because me and Joe needed to split for the night so he could have some rest because he had like a really crazy couple of months at work, and he just wanted a day to rest. So I told him, hey, you take the house. I'll go with my mom and get ready at the hotel, and I'll see you at the wedding. So that morning, so I went to bed, came here, got my dress, got my stuff for the day, and then went to the hotel. Then in the morning, I got up like 10 in the morning. I had to do my own hair because my hairstylist canceled because she was sick. I'm just grateful that she even offered to do that, but it's okay. I did it myself. As I was saying earlier in my intro, I do hair, so I was fine. I made sure my hair looked pretty. Um, but yeah, so what was I saying? Let me look back. I got my notes right here because I did plan out what I was gonna tell y'all. So yeah. Um, so oh, got up, did my hair, and then my makeup artist came. Let me tell y'all, I flashed my makeup artist. I flashed her. So what happened was I was getting ready. My mom had went to go pick her up. I was getting ready in my hotel room, and I was about to get in the shower, and I left my door open because I thought my friend April was gonna come back in my room, and somebody knocked on the door, and I was like, "Come in," and I was naked. Now me and my friend April, we both seen each other naked, so I don't care. So it was my makeup artist, but thankfully she's one of my friends from work, so it wasn't like super awkward or anything. I didn't feel uncomfortable or anything. She didn't feel uncomfortable. I just told her to come in the room. I was like, come on in. I'm about to get in the shower real quick. She's like, girl, you're naked. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm about to get in the shower. Just come in here, and I'll be out in a minute. And so it was really funny after the fact. We was just like, wow, like I can't believe that happened. And honestly, just that initial, like, I thought we were close from just being at work, but like that whole moment that we had made us even closer. It really did. And now she's like my bestest friend, like my bestest friend. I call her for a whole bunch of stuff. Like, that's my girl. That is my girl. So so she did my makeup. I looked amazing. So this is where the crazy stuff part starts to happen. So literally, while she was doing my makeup, right, my fiance's mom decided to have a practice rehearsal for the wedding downstairs in the event space that we rented. And bro, she took like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, I gotta go back upstairs. Actually, she took more like 20, 25 minutes. And I had to get back upstairs to get my makeup done because it was cutting. It was like 2 o'clock when she called us down. And I was like, man, we're cutting it real close. I still not, my makeup's not done yet. I haven't gotten dressed. It's gonna take me like 10 minutes to get dressed. I gotta like mentally prepare myself. I gotta do all this stuff. And she took like 25 minutes. So once I got to do my little procession in for the practice, and I ran out of there. She was explaining stuff. I said, I gotta go. And I ran upstairs like as fast as I could so I can get my makeup done. And, we happened to finish at like 3:15 ish, right? So the wedding starts at 4. So I was like rushing. I was like, Mom, I gotta get. My mom was in there. She hadn't gotten dressed yet. My brother and April got dressed, went downstairs and stuff, and me and my mom still hadn't gotten dressed yet. My mom walked me down the aisle, so she had to get dressed and be downstairs when I had to be downstairs. So they're trying to fit me in my dress, and my dress is like one of those corsets. So you have to string it up and then tighten it and then tie me in. Bro, that took like 5 to 10 minutes to get me in my dress and tie it all up. It was ridiculous. It was freaking ridiculous. So I got my makeup done. We got in the dress, and then my mom's like, okay, I gotta go get dressed. So she goes in the room to get dressed, and I'm like, getting my Listerine and making sure my breath smells good, put my perfume on, putting my jewelry and stuff on. My cousins are in there getting ready with me, so they're helping me and stuff. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So we ended up being a little late to the wedding by like 5 minutes. And apparently I had to wait a good 10 minutes to even process in to the wedding because my daughter, who was the flower girl, she decided that she was gonna drop her basket of roses in the hallway because they were playing around. The kids were playing around. Her and her cousins were playing around, and they had to pick up the roses off the ground before I could come in. It was great. So I'm sitting there standing in the hallway with my mother downstairs of the hotel, and I'm waiting, just waiting. Everybody's coming in. Somebody came in late, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you look so pretty." I'm like, "Thank you." I'm like, "You're not supposed to see me yet, but thank you." But it was cool. It was cool. So fast forward through that, we get through. So me and my mom process in. So my wedding song was Golden Hour. If y'all don't know that song, go listen to that song. It's a freaking beautiful song. Um, my wedding song was Golden Hour. So me and my mom walked down the aisle, and now we're getting into the wedding part. So we're gonna get into the wedding. So we did the pre-wedding part. Now we're into the wedding part. So we processed in. Beautiful. My fiance was bawling his eyes out, like full on crying. And I'm like, man, I was not crying. I was just happy and nervous. So I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta get this done. We gotta get this done. We got it done, y'all. We got it freaking done. So, um, we, my mom gave me away. So she was the person who gave me away because my dad is actually, unfortunately, in jail. My dad was never really in my life, but the last year or so, he's been dating my mother. So my mom was gonna bring him if he got out of jail, but he didn't. So it was what it was. My mom gave me away, and it's only right because she's the one who raised me anyway. So yeah. So she gave me away. I go up there to stand up there. Um, so his parents actually married us. His dad and his mom are pastors. So his parents married us. They were explaining like what marriage is about and things just to keep in mind. And then we did our vows. And um, our vows were mine were kind of simple. Now my fiance, he was just he didn't really vow anything except like he was like kind of explaining our love story, like what got us to this point, kind of thing. And pretty much his vow was that for the next 50 years he's gonna be with me. He's gonna if we can get through if we got through these last 6 years together, that we can make it through the next 50 years together. So that's what he did said, and I was telling him like how when I did my vows, I was telling him that I loved him and that he makes me he makes me feel special, and that he will always have my heart, and I will always want this love, and um, that that I will always respect him. I will always forgive him. That I won't let this marriage fail. This marriage will be successful. We'll work at whatever we need to work at to make this work. And it was beautiful. Everybody was crying and stuff. My friend Alize teared up and stuff, was crying when we said our vows, and I was like, oh. And yeah, so it was beautiful. And we also did a salt covenant. So let me show y'all this, cause we did a salt covenant. So basically, a salt covenant is like it's representative of two different people coming from two different backgrounds, two different families, two different ideologies, two different lives, two different personalities, becoming one. And the thing with the salt covenant is, so you put the two salts in a jar or a glass or a vase, whatever it is, and you shake it up. And when you have a hard time in your marriage, you go to that salt covenant and you try to pick apart each piece into its own type of salt. And if you can't do it, then you need to keep working at your marriage, pretty much. So let me show y'all this. So we had pink Himalayan salt and some kind of black salt from like Mexico or something. So this is our salt covenant right here. So I had the pink Himalayan, he had the black. Yeah, his salt is like super stuck together. Pink Himalayan is like more dry, so it's the one that's moving around in the glass, but his is kind of like stuck to the glass, if you can see that. So yeah, it's both of ours are mixed together, and it's in this cute little jar. And yeah, so that's our salt covenant. So we did that. Then we did our kiss, and I was really nervous about our kiss. I really I really wanted to do a I wanted to do like what's it called a like a peck, like a, but we did like a more like a, and it was cute. I just wasn't I didn't know what to expect. I didn't want us to look crazy, cause sometimes you feel like you look crazy when you kiss, and I didn't want no like kiss. I didn't want that. Didn't want that at all. So yeah. So we kissed. We walked off, and we went in the hallway. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Joe, we did it! Like, we're married now. We did it. We freaking did it. And my cousin, which was actually our photographer, because I was not able to get a photographer in time. She was my photographer. She actually does photography for fun, so she was more than happy to help us. She's still working on the pictures, but she's doing a great job. She sent me like the edited versions that she's done so far. They're really beautiful pictures. Um, but then we had to go. She took some pictures of us by ourselves after the ceremony, and then we had to go back in to take pictures with the people that came. And that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy, because so what had happened was, this is kind of how I messed up a little bit. So I had previously asked another lady that we know, me and Joe know, to take pictures of us because we couldn't find a photographer. And she was like, okay. So I didn't tell her. I didn't. So when my cousin got here, she's like, "Do you have photography?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll do this picture for you." So it was kind of like a last minute thing with my cousin, but she had already brought her camera and stuff. I was like, "Okay, cool, take pictures. Go ahead, do you, girl." And the whole time that my cousin's trying to take pictures, the other girls in like kind of like in the way, in my cousin's way. She's like, my cousin kind of has this like idea like she was the professional. She in that scenario, she was the professional one. But we had already asked the other lady too, so it was kind of like it was like a tug of war kind of thing. I'm like, but I asked her, but you offered to when you're better, but she wants to get stuff for the. It was crazy. It was just crazy, and my family was a little bit agitated. The girl was a little bit agitated, but it was okay. They probably never gonna meet again, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, that's when it started getting a little crazy. The after wedding, when everything started getting crazy. Um, so yeah, we had to deal with that, and I was trying to calm my cousins down. Like it's okay, just let her take her pictures, and when she's done, you guys can come take the pictures with me and Joe and stuff like that. So we were just trying to figure stuff out that way. So eventually, everybody took their pictures together. We got our wedding gifts, and Joe, I forgot what happened after that. Me and Joe kind of separated. He went to his hotel room. I went to my hotel room, and then we went to. We were supposed to go to dinner at 8. We were gonna go to Cheddar's. We were gonna go to Cheddar's. Now that was not my ideal place to go, but different situations popped up, so we decided that hey, we're just gonna go to Cheddar's. So only people that came that were supposed to come to this dinner were my family, my immediate family, and his immediate family. Were the only ones that were supposed to be there, which they were. And yeah, we had to end up changing that because people had to go to work the next day. People were tired, exhausted. So that was me and Joe's like kind of like first disagreement in our marriage, which was it was we handled it pretty well, I think. So what happened was he, told me to come downstairs. Can we go to Wingstop? And I'm like, I don't want Wingstop. It's our wedding day, and I'm wearing white. So I had two dresses. I had my wedding dress and then my dinner dress that I had bought. And I was like, I don't want Wingstop. I'm wearing white. Like, why would I want wings? Yeah, no, I didn't want to go to Wingstop. But after talking to him for a little bit, telling me everybody's things that they had going on, I was like, okay, let's go to Wingstop. Let's go to Wingstop and just call it a day. Um, but that actually like irritated me a little bit because we actually wanted to go to a Korean barbecue spot, but you know things happen with people and we weren't able to go there. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. But so we went to Wingstop and we get to Wingstop. Everybody gets to Wingstop and this is where the craziness starts happening. So we get to Wingstop. His family got there first, so they had already ordered their food and everything. Now I told Joe that we were supposed to be there by 7. They got there like 6:30, so they were hungry. I understand. They were hungry. Go ahead, go eat. It's fine. But my family was like, no, they should have waited for us to come. You said 7, they should have waited for us to come and get them. I'm like, look, I just got married. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to go back to the room after this. Like, I was not worried. I really wasn't worried about none of that. Like, I'm trying to keep them. So I'm trying to keep this about me and Joe. Me and Joe. The day is about me and Joe, not about y'all. It's about me and Joe. Yes, I understand that we're joining families. Yes, I understand that it's supposed to be like a meeting of the two families, get everybody getting to know each other. But honestly, it just wasn't the right setting. Wingstop is not a good setting to do a family meeting. That's why I wanted to do dinner. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll do it another time. Everybody come back. Maybe we go to an amusement park, do something fun where people can talk and laugh and get to know each other that way. Or a cruise. A cruise would be great. Do a cruise together so everybody can get to know each other. So yeah, that didn't go well. I didn't even end up staying at Wingstop. They got their food. My family comes. They order their food. I went with my brother and April to go get Dave's Hot Chicken. Because my brother was like, before we leave Texas, I need to get some Dave's Hot Chicken. I said, cool. Let me ask Joe if if I can go with y'all, because I'm not sure if he wants me to stay or not. So I asked Joe. Went outside. We talked. He was like, yeah, you're fine. Go ahead. And we went to Dave's Hot Chicken. Dave's Hot Chicken is freaking amazing, y'all. If y'all haven't tried it, go to Dave's Hot Chicken. It's so good. Now I didn't get like the super spicy seasoning on mine. I got like the lowest one. So but it was good. And the pickles, y'all. I love pickles. If y'all don't know this, I love pickles. Then my new thing is Kool-Aid pickles. I'm gonna have to do a video of me making some Kool-Aid pickles and eating them, cause I be tearing those joints up. I ate a whole jar of pickles, a whole jar of Kool-Aid pickles. So yeah, we went to Dave's Hot Chicken, right? And um, so we went to Dave's Hot Chicken, came back. His family was already gone. My family was like, they didn't talk to us. Um, they didn't really say anything. Only person that really talked to us was Joe, and I'm like, oh, it's okay. Maybe next time. It's all right. It's all right. This is just our first interaction. It wasn't a good setting for y'all to get to know each other. It really wasn't. It wasn't a good setting, in my opinion. It wasn't a good setting. And everybody has different personalities. Everybody has their own things going on about how they think the situation should have gone. But honestly, it went the way it needed to go, in my opinion. I just let God work. If they weren't meant to talk to each other that day, then that's it. But maybe there'll be another time when they'll be able to talk and get to know each other a little bit better. But the wedding day was not it. It wasn't it. And there's nothing I can say about that. Like, it is what it is. I can't change it. It already happened. If they're unhappy, they're unhappy. Only thing that really mattered was if me or Joe were happy, and we were happy. We really were. We were excited that we got married. We were excited that we were able to join our family, give our daughter a two-parent household that I did not grow up with. So I'm super blessed and thankful that the Lord built me up to be the woman that I am today, to be able to be a wife to someone such as Joe, because it definitely takes a special individual to deal with the Daniels. As his dad always said, his dad always says that. It takes a special individual to deal with the Daniels. They are strong-minded men, very strong-minded men, and they are very ambitious, and the way they were raised was very different from the way I was raised, and they are big thinkers, they're dreamers, and I love that. That's why I love Joe so much. Such a big dreamer. Like, and I know everything's gonna work together for our good. Everything that we do, everything that we touch is gonna work together for our good. So I'm not even worried about whether we're gonna be successful, whether none of that. It's coming. We just walking the process out. It's a journey. It's not a one way shot. It's not a one ticket, buy it, you got it. It's a whole process. So we're on our way there though. I'm very, very blessed that we are on our way there. And y'all are gonna be there through it. Y'all are gonna be able to see us get through it. And it's gonna be freaking amazing to see how my life transforms in this next 2 years to 5 years. Because I'm not gonna be in this same apartment. I'm not gonna be in this same mindset. I'm gonna probably have another kid or two. Y'all are gonna be able to see that whole process. So yeah, let's get back to what I was saying. So we did that. We did during the wedding. We did how I felt. We did after the wedding. We did that. So now we're getting into the tips. The tips for how to spend under $5,000 on a wedding, just the ceremony, because we didn't have a reception. Joe doesn't dance. I dance, but if he wasn't gonna dance with me, I didn't want to dance. And we only had like maybe 50 people come to our wedding, so it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a whole lot. So we did what we had to do, and we planned to invite 100 people, but we already knew 100 people weren't gonna come. But I'm gonna break it down to y'all. So what we did, right? So starting off, we got the venue. Guess how much the venue costs? So most people don't think this way, but you can rent out hotel spaces, like they're venue spaces. And usually, if you, it's not like a super expensive hotel, you can get it for like the 500 to 1,000, couple thousand, 1,500. Guess what we paid? 750. Yeah, 750 to feed 100 people in a room for a ceremony. 750 plus water and coffee, plus they set up the chairs for you. So we didn't have to have an event planner. They set up the chairs for you. Only thing we had to do was get somebody to put up an arch where we was gonna get married at. And guess what? The arch was free because guess what? We got blessed by one of the ladies at the church. She blessed us and was able to get somebody to put up the arch for us. So I'm very thankful for her. They're very, very thankful for her and her family because she did not have to do that. But she did. So that was a cost that was zeroed out. So we got $750, right? Then we got suit, $100. Guess where we got it from? Shein, baby. Shein. Yeah, we did that. We did that, and he looked good. Good. I mean, he looked good. He looked good. Okay. So next, we did the shirt. He got a suit from his 3-piece suit from Shein. But then we had to get his shoes. Shoes like $30. Socks $10. He didn't have a tie. Shirt $20. That's under $1,000. You got $750 plus all that, under $1,000. Then we have my dress, $400. David bridal, baby. I came in there wanting to spend $250. That wasn't gonna work because all the dresses under $250 were ugly and short. I was not going for that. I'm a short girl. I need a long dress. Either a long dress or a short dress, but a short dress is not appropriate for a wedding, in my opinion. Especially when you're having like actual ceremony. Maybe if you got married at the courthouse, that would be acceptable, but that's not what we did. That's not what we did. So yeah, your girl got her dress for $400. $400. Okay. Yeah. Your girl got her dress for $400. Shoes, $30. Amazon. Baby girl flower girl dress, $30. Amazon. Baby girl shoes, $20. Amazon. Hair for baby girl and me, free. Come on now. I feel like, oh, let me get to the best part, y'all. So hair free, right? Need a bra, push up the girlies, right? $10. Amazon. Then you know you gotta get your nails right. Me was going up there looking all dusty, no fingernails. Press on, $10. Y'all don't gotta get y'all nails done for a day. You only need it for a day. I don't wear nails. I don't like acrylics. Because they mess up my nails every time I get them. I don't like acrylics. I'll say that again. I do not like acrylics. Press-ons was my girl for that one day. And they popped off by the end of the night. I was done with those things. I was absolutely done with those things, but they were so pretty. They were white French tip with the middle finger had a butterfly on the little rhinestones on them. Oh, it was freaking amazing, bro. They look so good, and they were long French tip too. Stayed on. My mom put those on for me, free. Makeup, $120, courtesy of alazaethemua. If y'all haven't heard of her and you live in the Houston area, get at your girl. She does amazing work. She been doing this. And she's a YouTuber. So subscribe to her channel, alazaethemua. ALAZAEJANAY. alazaethemua. Check her out. She does vlogs. I think she does vlogs, boss talks, all kinds of stuff. Check her out. Okay? Check her out. So, then, what else did I pay for it? Nothing else. That was it. Oh, earrings. My earrings cost like $10. I had a hairpiece in the back of my hair that cost like $7. What else? Baby girl stockings. $5. What else? What else? What else? Come on, girl. What else did we pay for? Not a lot. We saved so much money and we had a beautiful ceremony. That's all that matters. We had a beautiful ceremony, y'all. It was freaking beautiful. It was beautiful. That's all that matters. The reception is more for everybody else. That's why we didn't have a reception, because half the people, like, so when you plan, let's have a real talk real quick. So when you get married, 70% of the people you barely talk to, they're usually extended family that you have to invite because they're family and you don't want them to miss out on your special day. Then you gotta feed those 70 people that you barely talk to. Then you gotta entertain those 70 people those 70% of people for all this money that you probably don't even have, that you had to pay a loan out to even have this dang reception, because you didn't grow up with mommy and daddy's money. We wasn't doing that. We're gonna spend our money on things that matter. So the ceremony matters. Reception, that's just a party. We can party any other day of our lives. We don't need to party for the wedding. The important thing is the marriage itself. And me and Joe aren't party goers anyway. So yeah, we wasn't about to have no reception. There was no cake. No cake. I don't really eat cake. Joe eats cake, but I said, hey, we don't need no cake. Well, that's just another cost on the table. You might say we're being cheap. Maybe we were. Maybe we weren't. But I wasn't about to eat the cake. So what did it matter? All that matters was the marriage. That's what people forget. They get caught up in like the aesthetic and the experience of being at somebody's wedding and I want everybody to have a good time, blah, blah, blah. No. The important thing is y'all marriage, not the wedding. The marriage, the work that goes into y'all everyday life after the wedding. That's the important part. That's what we need to focus on more. In America, I feel like we spend way, 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 way too much money on weddings. Way too much. And then y'all end up getting divorced. Because y'all are so caught up in everybody else, the experience, the aesthetic, and being seen and being known for your wedding. And y'all did it for everybody else and didn't do it for y'all. To have y'all peace of mind, have y'all financial security, to have y'all foundation set. But y'all focusing on the wrong things, in my opinion. When y'all get married, y'all focus on the wrong thing. Most people, I'm gonna say 80% of people focus on the wrong thing when they get married. That's why they say that people that get married at the courthouse, marriages last longer than people that spend tons and thousands and thousands of dollars on their wedding. Because most of the time they're not focused on the right things. They're not putting in the work where it needs to be put in at. You're not thinking about long term, you're thinking about short term. And we think of long term over here. We think long term over here, baby. We think of long term. We think of life. We think of generational wealth. We think of big. Think big. You gotta think big. You gotta think big. Okay? You gotta think big. So, yeah. If you ain't thinking big, think big. Think big. Think big. Okay? Think big. But back to the wedding. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm sorry. Every time I tell stories, I get sidetracked. But I always get back on point, right? So, yeah. So I paid for all that stuff under $5,000. It was more like $4,000. Not even that. Not even that. It was like, bro. It was like $2,000. Maybe $250. We're gonna say $250. Baby. Who you know? Have a nice ceremony. Who? Show me somebody who had a nice wedding ceremony. Full dress, full suit, family, friends there. That spent under $3,000 on a wedding. Y'all ain't gonna be able to find nobody. Y'all ain't gonna be able to find nobody. Cause the baby, he did that. Oh, I forgot. Ring still under $250. Joe's ring $350. My ring $85. Pandora, and I love this ring. It is so cute. And I wear this thing with pride because guess what? Your baby girl's gonna upgrade in 2 years. We gonna get a bigger diamond. We gonna get more detail. Yeah. Some of y'all be financing rings with money that you don't have, and be going into debt to get married. What's gonna be us? What's it gonna be us? We try to make sure we're able to enjoy our life after the wedding. Be able to go on dates after the wedding and not have to wait 2 years because we got to pay off this debt and this loan that we just did for this wedding. We wasn't doing that. Who we look like doing that? That's not smart. Let's be smart. Let's be smarter this year. 2023, we gonna be smarter. We're gonna think big. We're gonna think outside the box. We're gonna think about how to save money. That's what we're gonna think about. But y'all, yeah. That's how you save. You need to think of shortcut. Oh, let me tell y'all the best part. Mama, creative genius over here. Mama Cleo. Creative genius over here. Creative genius. Let me say it again. Creative genius. Mama Cleo. That is my mother. The person that birthed me. My mother, let me show you what she did. Let me show you what she did. First of all, she bought me in the flower basket, and she bought the roses that go in the flower basket free. Cause she loved me. And her daughter. She loved me and her granddaughter. Okay, let me show y'all. Hold on. Y'all. Let me tell y'all. My mama hooked the girl up. Bouquet. Free. These are wedding colors. Maroon and white. Look at that. Bottom part. Fancy. String and all, baby. I was up there holding this thing. I was like, I was putting it. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to show this thing off. Beautiful. My mom did this. My mother. Yeah. Get at your girl. She do nails too. Okay? She bakes too. Bake good. Cakes, cookies, cupcakes, drunk cupcakes, the alcoholic cupcakes, she make those too. Get at your girl. Y'all want her Instagram? Just comment in the comments. I need her number if you live in Maryland, cause she live in Maryland. So yeah, need cupcake needs, bakery needs, nail needs, sewing needs. Oh, let me. Yeah, my mama sew. He's like, you got rings. Where the ring pillow at? Bam, right here. Made from Mama Cleo. Mama Cleo did that. And look, it's got a little band right here for the little boy to put his hand in to hold it like that. Baby, my mama did that. My mama did that. My mom did that. I'ma always give my mom credit where credit is due. My mom did this. This is the hair piece that I had in during the wedding. It literally sat in the back of my hair. If you want to see like some of the wedding photos or videos that I did get, they're on my Instagram. Follow me at the Rose Room, _Rose_room official on Instagram. Then y'all can see the wedding pictures and actually my vows are on there, a picture of some of the wedding things. garter belt, courtesy of my mama. My mama did that too. Free, 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 free. This is how you get help from the people around you. Don't just rely on yourself. You have a support system for a reason. People that really love you, that really care for you, that really want to support you and want to see your marriage do well, want to see you have the best wedding day of your life. They're going to help you whenever, in whatever way they can. Yes, but free. Courtesy of my mama. She got this off Amazon. Let me tell you how many people showed up. I say Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. So, I'm going to tell y'all how many people signed the book. I don't know how many people actually showed up, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This definitely was like 30, 40 people in there. But we only got 22 on here that signed the book. It's okay. They probably didn't see it. But yeah. All that was free that I just showed y'all. Use the people that you know and that love you to help you pay for stuff and help you get stuff done. It doesn't all have to fall on you, especially if you know you don't you're not in a financial place to be putting out thousands of dollars for a wedding. Don't do it. Get the help first, and then from there, pay for what you don't have. But if you have stuff available to you, use it. Use it. That's words of wisdom. If you have the help available, use it. Stop being so prideful. Oh, I don't want to ask anybody for anything. I'm going to do it on my own. I'm strong. I'm an independent black woman. I'm an independent white woman. Whatever color you are, I'm an independent woman. No. Get help when you need it. God places people in your life for that reason. We're not here to be by ourselves and do things on our own. Otherwise, there wouldn't be all these people around us. If we was meant to be by ourselves, he made us to connect, to help one another, to help us lean on one another, to love one another, to be there for one another. So use the people. Not use, but I don't know the other word. Ask nicely. And be in expectation that they want to help. Because honestly, if they love you enough, they'll help. Even when they don't have it. Even if they didn't have it. Some people, if they love you enough, your parents, your siblings. As I just said, my siblings paid for everything that we did. I don't know if they had it or not, but they made a way because they love me. My mom. She probably didn't have it, but she made a way because she loves me. His parents, they help with stuff too. They got the aisle runner, and they got the covenant salt, and they got this thing right here. They got that. They got a whole bunch of. They did a whole. His mom helped me plan everything. Helped me get the people to help me plan the stuff that I didn't know what to do or how to do or who to call. She helped me. Because they love us. It's called community for a reason. It's called community for a reason. Use the community that you have. Those are your village. That's your tribe. And they love you. Okay? So that is the end of this video, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my longest video I have ever done in my life. Longest video I've ever done. And I'm so glad it went well. If you think it went well, put it in the comments. Because I'm honestly tired of talking at this point. Y'all took a lot out of me. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking. It takes a lot out of me. So, yeah. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for watching the whole video. If you stayed the whole time, thank you. Thank you for getting me to 800 subscribers. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for all the support that I'm going to get in the future. Thank you, thank you. Love, love, love. Kisses. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Have a blessed day. We are leaving. We are leaving the Rose Room.